everybody, this is PeaceCat100 and welcome back to some more Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, the Imprisoned Turnabout. In the previous episode, we had discovered that J. Albert had not escaped from prison, but was disguised as a guard. And we had gotten some testimony from him, which led Judge Courtney to come up with a completely different situation. So now we have to go head-to-head with her again, I'm assuming. If you like what you see, leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me if you haven't already, and share with your friends so they can enjoy this for themselves. Unfortunately for you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, that is not possible. What? When the show started, Mr. Elbert was in the tunnel on his way to the cell block. Mr. Albert, at that time, did you happen to see a body in the tunnel?
Nope, nothing like that.
Ugh. So if the body had been dropped before the show, Mr. Albert would have seen it. However, he stated he did not see a body. So it is impossible to think that the body was dropped before the show. And after the show, the body was discovered in the workroom. In other words, the body being dropped down the well and then moved to the workroom could only have been done during the show. And the only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes.
No!
Mr. Edgeworth, what should we do? The body was moved through the well. Does that put Mr. Keyes that does put Mr. Keyes at a major disadvantage. However, the notion that the body was moved through the well is only a hypothesis. That doesn't mean there is evidence. I am obligated to recognize that fact. Will you allow me to investigate the courtyard once more? I give my approval, in the name of the goddess of law. Reinvestigating the courtyard. I fear this may be our final chance. Huh? What? Fire! Could be another prison break, Cal. How?
Should we evacuate?
Everyone, please remain calm. This is just a signal for evening meal. It's a little loud, so I can understand why you'd be surprised. It sure scared me. I'm terribly sorry. And with that, everyone, please return to your posts. J. Albert, it's also time for you to return to your room.
Ugh. I got it. Let's go, Rocky.
Warden Roland, we'll be proceeding to the courtyard for another investigation. Isn't it time for you to go home as well, Mr. Edgeworth? It looks like we're out of time. Why don't you continue this another time? But the investigation! This day has been a big day, right? With the escaped prisoner and all. So I'm afraid I can't let outsiders like you loiter around any longer. Ugh. This is my decision as the warden of this prison. Looks like it can't be helped. The warden's word can be called the law of the prison. Prosecutor Edgeworth, this means we will have to carry out our investigation another day. Until then, you may hold on to your prosecutor's badge. And with that, I leave you. I don't know why. Now, I think it's time you all left. Well, looks like we'll have to continue the investigation tomorrow. Natalie's body was dropped down the well and was carried to the workroom from Mr. Albert's cell. This is Judge Courtney's logic, but is it correct? And Judge Courtney claims that Mr. Keyes transported him, but was Mr. Keyes really the only one with a chance to move him? Mr. Edgeworth, let's do our best tomorrow. We have to save Simon no matter what. Indeed, I agree. I must prove Mr. Keyes' innocence without fail. Alright, time to move on to the final segment. Oh, my throat. Oh, my poor throat. Also, it didn't help that I started recording without having anything to drink. The courtyard. Depending on what we find here, the entire incident could become clear. However, there's nothing left here. Yesterday. Isn't there one more possibility? In the well in the courtyard, it's possible the body was dropped from down there. In other words, the body being dropped down the well and then moved to the workroom could only have been done during the show, and the only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes. Was the body being dropped down the well or not? Because this could be the decisive clue that we need to reach the truth of the matter, or some combination of those words. Before I continue with the investigation, I should organize my evidence. Let's see here. Hey, there's a grate here.
Well, it was run dry after all. They even put a lock on it.
Lockpicking is one of my specialties. Want to see? There's absolutely no need for you to show off. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Whoa.
What happened, Kay?
The lock is broken. Judging from the looks of it, I feel it was broken some time ago.
So the lock was broken.
That means that anyone could have dropped the body down this well. According to Judge Courtney's reasoning, Mr. Keyes murdered Knightley in the courtyard, and then during the show, he disposed of the body in the well.
You think so? Did he really use the well to remove the body?
I know. Let's get Miss Hill to help us out again. He should be able to track down the scent of the body.
Good idea. Let me contact Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir! Detective Gumshoe here. We would like you to bring Miss Hill to the prison courtyard. Sounds like you need help with one of my separate secret weapons again, huh, sir? I thought Miss Hill belonged to the police department. And also, I would like you to contact a witness. Please contact Regina Berry of the Big Berry Circus and bring her here. Roger that, sir. I'll bring them over in a flash. So what should we do while we wait for Gunny? How about some hide and seek?
What are you talking about, Knight, Kay? There's nowhere to hide here.
I don't think that this is the issue. Kay, during times like this, isn't it your turn to shine? Oh, that? You want me to recreate the crime scene?
Huh? How do you do that?
See for yourself. The Great Thief's secret weapon. Little Thief.
Whoa, what's that thing? Screen's floating in midair. So what are you doing, Kay?
I'm entering the information needed for the simulation. Mr. Shields, this Little Thief is a tool that can recreate a crime scene based on the information it's given. Should I say it for how this place was like when we came here yesterday? Yes, I believe that they were in the middle of taking down the set. We didn't pay enough attention to the well, so it's possible we may have missed a clue. Leave it to me, I took a picture of the place too. There, and there. Data entry complete. Now let's set the projection to maximum output. Dark skies of the evening when no other bird dare take wing. Only one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
What? What just happened?
I recreated the courtyard from yesterday, based on the information I entered. This was a tool that previous Yatagarasu used. It's a device to run simulations to practice stealing things. But used in this manner, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. But it's only still a recreation based on what information we have. I can't recreate what I don't have information for, and if my information is incorrect, the recreation can come out strange too. In this case, since Kay had the photo, there should be no problems. Now let's begin the investigation.
Final investigation, let's go.
Since it's a recreation, you can examine things just like you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. Yes, I know. First, I should start with that well. Let's examine the area around the well. It holds the key to this case. The well was behind the stage. That means
Only a few people would have would have access to dump the body in the well during the performance.
this isn't looking good for Mr. Keys. There's some pulleys here. They don't appear to be the pulley that was used to lift the bucket from the well. It's a sturdy hemp rope. It looks like the rope they used for tug of wars. I'm not going to play tug of war with you. I didn't even say anything yet. There's a metal stake attached to the end of the rope. You use this to pin down the tent when you go camping. Doesn't seem like they need this for performance. I wonder what it was used for. We have the weight from yesterday. This is a metal weight. It weighs... It's hard to see in the recreation. Okay, do you remember? I think it was 33 pounds. I wonder what such a heavy thing was used for. Doesn't seem to be directly related to the circus. These things around the well, what were they used for? They don't seem to be related to an animal show. I agree. You can ask Miss Barry about it later. Are you sure? There was some stuff up top. This pulley was used to lift the bucket from the well. The bucket can't be found. These were used for audience seating during the show. Filling up all the chairs must have been a chore. Is that so? Don't tell me you've never tidied up folding chairs before. I've delegated the task to others in the past. Mr. Edgeworth, you should try doing some manual labor once in a while. I'll look into it. If I remember correctly... Which I don't. Okay. This crate. You know, there are tires attached to it, so I guess it's a cart. Just once I'd like to ride one of these bad boys down a hill. Or maybe one of those office chairs with wheels. Doesn't that sound like fun? What is he talking about?
Was that the elephant? What was that elephant's name again?
Just take the Asian elephant.
Ugh. Oh, that's right. It's an easy name to remember.
Maybe they couldn't think of a good name, so they gave her a name that's easy to remember. Mr. Edgeworth, what a terrible thing to say about poor Steak. It's all the information we can gather for now. The detective should be here soon, too. Okay, go ahead and shut down this thief. Alright, returning the area to normal. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Hey, speaking of Gummy, Detective Gumshoe, that was quick. I couldn't keep you waiting for too long, sir. Thanks for coming along too, Regina. No problem. It sounded like fun, so I just skipped practice to come here. Thank you for your cooperation. First, Detective, let's have Missile do some tracking. No problem, sir. Hey, Missile, over here, pal. Hey, what's eating you, pal? I said over here. What's the matter? It looks like he's scared of something, sir. The alligator. Alligator.
Alligator.
I guess he's scared of the alligator, sir. Good grief, looks like Mister wouldn't be much help to us.
So what should we do, Miles?
Maybe we can ask Miss Barry for help. What is it? What is it? Is there something I could do? Do you want me to teach Allie a trick? Actually, she probably could. No, I just need you to tell me about the condition of the courtyard during the show. Looks like it's my time to shine again. Yes, if you please. Alright, that should do it. Starting up the recreation now. Recreation complete. This time you can see how the courtyard was during the animal show.
This should be around the time the body was dropped down to the well. Ah, cool, it's just like magic. It's not magic, I just recreated the scene based on the information you gave us. See? Look over there. Hmm? The backstage area is missing. Well, Regina didn't help with the preparations, so she doesn't really know how it was set up. I get it. You can't recreate what you don't have in the info for, huh? I'm sorry, it's because Simon took care of setting up everything up. Don't worry yourself none, Regina Pye. Miles is the one at fault here. Why me? Mr. Edgeworth, I've recreated the show in progress, but I can also change it to how it was earlier when it was being taken down. I see, so we can examine the courtyard during the show and after the show. We can freely switch between the two different states. Change the recreation, select the little thief on the bottom. At this point in time, we still don't have enough information about this area. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Please steal some information. I don't steal information, I obtain it through my investigation and logic. I prefer to act first before first before thinking. You may act before thinking as long as you don't interfere with the investigation. I wouldn't want to arrest you. Do you come here often, Regina? Yes, I have many friends here. I love this place. New friends, old friends, everyone's a friend here. Yesterday, Mr. Wharton introduced me to a new friend, little Allie. The alligator lurks in the pond in the courtyard. That pond, if you get too close, it feels like you'll get gulped. I don't think little Allie would do such a thing. Her stomach wasn't feeling very well yesterday. I'm worried. Aren't you all worried too? Right? Yes, of course. We're all worried, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't drag me into this. Mr. Edgeworth, you got that look on your face like you want to use my secret weapon, sir. Mr. Linston in the mood, but I've got my fishing rod ready to go. Would you prefer the metal detector? I've never seen the detective's eyes sparkle like that. If need be, I'll let you know. For now, just stand by. Ah. Great thief's secret weapon. I see. But isn't this bad, using a thief's tool to aid in the investigation? Don't make such a scary face. It's alright. Uncle Ray's lips are sealed. It's for the truth, right? The evidence may very well already have been destroyed. In order to recreate the crime scene, we need her help. Why so serious? At a time like this, some simple smile will suffice. Yes, thank you very much. For nothing. Oh? This crate was empty in the recreation earlier. That's right. It was also empty in the picture I took. I'm sorry. That information is wrong. What do you mean? This crate contained Asik's food. In the morning the day after the show, all the apples were gone. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry. Missing apples, huh? I should make a note of it. It's the cage of the Asian elephant, Asik. The elephant is performing on stage right now, so the cage is empty. I wonder how Asik entered the courtyard. What do you mean, how? The entrance here is human-sized, and the fence is electrified. I don't think an elephant would enter from there. They could just turn off the electricity. If they did that, all the inmates would escape. I doubt anyone would escape while an elephant was entering. I wonder how she came in, surprised and thought. You seem to be enjoying her little brain teaser. I should let her be. So that's Simon. A love story between an elephant and a tiger. I really wanted to see that. I also wanted to see Simon in action. Simon is really amazing, especially the part where he gets blown away. Blown away? That's the scene in question. At that point, the suspect in the role, the villain, is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. After being blown away, the suspect disappears from the stage.
Let me think. About 15 minutes or so. Just Courtney said.
What? Isn't it dangerous? Blown away by an elephant?
It's alright. Astika is very gentle.
That's not who we're worried about here.
First we practiced lessons, he was having trouble getting blown away. Then all of a sudden, he was able to be sent flying beautifully. He might be using some sort of device, but it's amazing.
A device? Do you know anything about it?
I have no idea. Simon handled it all by himself.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Bum-ba-ba-dum.
Mr. Keys used a device for a stunt. Maybe the tools around the well are connected to this. Okay, I'd like to recheck the tools lying around the well yesterday. Can you change the recreation to after the show scene? Roger. Tools lying around the well. They could have been part of it. Could they have been part of his device? Seems very likely. I wonder if it's possible to recreate the device. If you ask Mr. Keys, he should be able to tell you how the device was put together. Alright, I'll go ask him. Mr. Edgeworth, I asked him about it.
And did you find out how the device works?
He used a rope to hang some weights on the well's pulley. The weights were suspended inside the well. Then he ran the rope through 2 more pulleys and tied the end of the rope to his own body. So he used the force of the falling weights to set himself flying. But what's to stop the weights from falling on their own? In order to prevent that from happening, he used a stopper. Miss Berry didn't know anything about the well. That means
Mr. Keys removed the stopper by himself.
Correct. That's why a second rope was needed. This rope was attached to the stopper, and when it was pulled from the stage, the stopper would be removed, and the weights would drop down the well. I'm definitely going to steal this idea. The Yatagrassi won't lose to something like this.
Don't waste your time. Circus acts require extensive training. Even if you steal the device, you won't be able to do any good.
Then I'll train as well.
Before you start training, could you first update the recreation?
Oh, yeah, of course, you want me to recreate the device that was used in the performance. First, let's return to during the show scene. Next, I'll input the information on the device on the device in the well. Now we can recreate the device Simon made. So this is the device that Mr. Keys used. Simon sure is gutsier than he looks. Using the falling weights and the force to launch himself during his performance.
Indeed, he would have had to drop enough weights to exceed his own body weight, in order to provide the strength needed to pull him off the stage.
Simon must have practiced a lot for this.
This sheet is the same as the one from the workroom.
Isn't it the same as the one?
Yes. Why is there always one here? I wonder why there's one...
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, are you deep in thought?
Why does it feel like she's stealing my thoughts? Mr. Keys used this well to perform the stunt where he gets blown away by the elephant. He uses 2 ropes quite skillfully.
Looking at this weight, you can really feel the weight of Simon's hard work on your chest.
Is that so? I don't feel anything at all.
Aw, that's too bad. If this was an actual weight, I'd immediately put it on your chest, Miss Edgeworth. And I'd do everything in my power to stop you. A rope and a pulley, that's how it should be. A rope and pulley. A thief and treasure. It's a perfect match. Objection. A thief and handcuffs are a perfect match. Huh? Isn't this strange? What's wrong, pal? Haven't you noticed, Detective? What's strange about the weight is the number. What's strange is the number of weights. In other words, it's not heavy enough. In order to pull up Mr. Key's body weight. You're right, sir. But where did the rest of the weights disappear to? Looks like it's time to use my 7 secret weapons, sir. If necessary, I'll let the detective know. Detective Gumshoe, it's time for your secret weapon. Yes, sir! I was hoping for the metal detector. I don't get many chances to use this one. Before we begin the search, let me go over how to use the metal detector, sir. This metal detector uses sound. And this meter to let you know how close you are to a metal object. When you get closer to a metal object, the metal detector will have a bigger reaction. Like this. When you get to the biggest reaction, give me the order to examine that spot, sir. Now let's see what we've got. It's just the metal fence. And that's basically how you search for metal objects. Just give me the instruction when you want to search, sir. Yes, sir. Looks like there's something here. I don't see anything that could be metallic. What could be causing the reaction? Maybe there are iron fillings around here. Iron filings like the ones you collect with the magnet. Yes, sir. Just to mix into the sand here. If we're going to pull them out, we'll need secret number 6 or 7. Can't you even keep that much straight? It's just a regular magnet I bought at the hardware store. Near the ground and presto, pick them all up, sir. Wow, this is really... well, what do you know? Finding simple joy in simple tasks. What a simpleton. Let's check somewhere else. Continue the search, sir. Yes, sir. It looks like there's something here. Ooh. It's gold coin, sir. Oh boy. Only possible that something like that could find its way into a prison. Huh. Does an event like that? Sure sounds like fun, pal. Let's continue the search. Of course, it's in the alligator lake.
yeah, there's some reaction here too, sir. Let's check it out. Huh? I found these in the clump of grass here, sir. These are the weights used for that hoisting device. Were these intentionally hidden? There's 4 of them in all, sir. That many weights would be enough to lift Simon. So in other words, if they were used in the device were hidden. Why were they hidden over there, though? See, I'm really in my keep today, aren't I, sir? Uh, the alligator. That scared me, pal. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It looks like the metal detector is reacting to this alligator. Really? Why? Are you sure it isn't still reacting to the weights? Alright, we're gonna end it off here. In the next episode of Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, the Imprisoned Turnabout, we are going to go and find out why the metal detector is reacting to the alligator. I will see you guys later.